Hey guys, welcome back. Do I sound 23? Because I'm 23.
Oh my god, happy birthday.
Thank you, I had myself a birthday and now I'm 23. Yeah, so I feel different. I remember having birthdays when I was younger and I would get mad at my mom because you take everything out on your mom. And I was like, I don't feel different. Like, I want the receipts that today is my birthday. And she was like, she's so cute. She was just like, you're an accident. And I was like, Mom, you're too fun. But it's so weird now because now when I go out drinking, okay, I'm 23. I drink so much less now than I did when I was younger. So, like, I definitely had a problem and no one acknowledged it because I was full of youth. But now I barely drink, and every time I go out, first of all, my go-to age, if you ask me, I go to say 19, and then I have that thought in my head that's like, hey, no, you were 19 4 years ago. Stop saying that shit. And I had a fake ID, obviously, because I did it for the culture. And I used my sister's ID, my stepsister, and I think I might have talked about this before in here, but I had such confidence when I used a fake ID. I was like, listen, let me tell you something. My name is Nicole. I'm 27 and I'm 5'8", and you're gonna let me get drunk in this bar? And they were like, all right, relax, you can come in. And now I'm giving them my ID and I'm shaking like I'm talking to a cop and I have coke in my pocket. Like, that's how I'm acting. And I'm legal. So I don't know why. Like, I'm legal about this shit and I'm freaking out. But I'm always way more confident when I'm doing the thing I'm not supposed to be doing. Because I'm like walking like I talking, like act like you got it. And then when I actually got it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm nervous. My microphone's doing this beautiful thing where it doesn't want to go to my mouth. But that's okay. Maybe I won't make out with it this time. So I did go out for my birthday. I was in Brooklyn, reluctantly. And it was cool. But I was there the day before my birthday. That way it could turn into my birthday, because that's the best time to party. Like, when you're out at like 11:57 and you're like, oh shit, I got 3 minutes till I've been born. And yeah, and then everybody makes a big deal, which is my favorite thing. Love a big deal about me. Big deal for a little person. But can I just say that, Frank, I want that soundbite as my ringtone. But can I just say, when I...
You got it.
That's what I got you here for. So when I go out, I don't like being hit on by bouncers. Now, it doesn't happen a lot. I'm not Megan Foxing it out here. But I don't like being hit on by bouncers because I feel like bouncers are, they should be non-sexual beings, like priests or light bulbs, you know? I don't want a light bulb asking me where I grew up. Like, just leave me alone. Because I have a lot of friends that smoke cigarettes. So they're damaged, but I love them. So we'll be outside together, and then I'm talking to the bouncers and shit, and then they do that thing that guys think is really cute, where they lick their lips too much, and I'm like, you look like a fucking lizard. Stop doing that shit. Like, just talk like a person. I don't like any time somebody tries to act cute, you know? Because if you have a nice enough personality, I'll like you, but if you do the whole, like, what's up, like, don't ever be suave with me. That's the biggest turn off ever. If you're awkward and you don't make direct eye contact with me, guess whose number you're getting? I can't even remember the last time I gave people my number. I give people my Instagram all the time, so as to get my followers numbers up, and then I don't have to talk to them again. But, or, you know, you could talk to them, but for the most part it's like, drunk Nettie spoke to you. That was a different person. Sober Nettie doesn't know you. Thank you. We might meet up again if I'm drunk. I don't know. But this is a different person. Don't try to communicate with me. So I feel like I sound mean, but I'm not mean. It's just that I don't think I've ever gone out once in the hopes to meet a guy or hook up with a guy or anything like that. Like, if I go out to get drunk, it's to get drunk and go home. So that's what I did for my birthday. And it was fun. Again, just like, no bouncers. You don't get, you know what, you have a job to do. You are the protector of this stadium. And that's what I call bars because of how I act when I'm there. So, you do your thing, I do my thing. At the end of the night, if you want to hit on all the ladies, you do that. But while you're doing your thing, just be a light bulb. So don't be a being, like a sexual being, just be a light bulb. Thank you. I think the most risque thing I did this birthday was, I thought a fly just went on my microphone, but it didn't. So I'm still traumatized from when that fly died on my shoulder 2 episodes ago. Yeah, like the most fun I had on my birthday weekend was my sister and I, my younger sister Juliet, who's been on the podcast, that's how you know she really exists, is we threw grapes into each other's mouths for the better part of an hour. And we only stopped because I started choking on one and it made her nervous. But in case you were wondering, yeah, I'm crazy good at catching grapes in my mouth. And once you play like the throwing grapes into another person's mouth game, first of all, you're close with that person. Like, I wish that most interactions could start that way. Like, every time you go and you meet a new person, you're like, shall we throw grapes or Cheerios into each other's mouths? And you talk while doing that. It's like playing catch with your dad. I don't know about that, but it seems bonding. So we were throwing grapes into each other's mouths. And again, yeah, I started choking. So she was like, I don't want to play anymore. And I was like, grow up. But I'm here today because of her self-control. Actually, my older sister always brings up the fact that when we were younger, Juliet and I had a pancake eating contest. But I had half of a pancake left, and she had 3 pancakes left. Now, we don't have a huge age difference, so there's no real acceptable reason for her to say that it was all my fault, but I challenged her. This dumbass starts choking. Alex has been very serious since she was born, so she gave her the Heimlich. Alex brings this up maybe once a week. So I had to bring it up so that now it's timeless and this will live on forever. But anyway, so we were eating the grapes, and then This actually just made me think of when I say the word great, most of the time I say the word grape, okay? Like a dumbass. So I was on the phone with the doctor the other day, and their assistant, whatever, was confirming an appointment, and she said, okay, great. To which I responded, yeah, grapes. Dude, she was silent, because she was like, I'm not sure if you're a raging dumbass or you're telling me about your favorite fruit. And then she just didn't say anything. So I was like, dude, hang up, And I almost feel like when people let me talk for too long of a time, it's irresponsible. I should always have someone to be like, that's enough, honey, Like, how people have those people that make sure that they don't drown in a bowl of soup? I should have a person that rubs my back and is like, that's enough talking. You're done for you've capped out, okay? No more talking for you. And I'm 23, and I'm old now. I do old people shit all the time now. Like, I live my life as an elderly being. Like, here's some old people shit I do, right? I get annoyed when my loved ones don't call me, even though I have ample time to call them. And I just don't. I just stare at my phone, so like, no call today. All right, we'll see what happens when Christmas rolls around. What else do I do that's old? If I have to go somewhere and the parking lot is a mess, or there's like no parking, I do not go there. I go home and I order shit off the internet. If I have to parallel park and I have people either inside the car or outside of the car that are important to me, I'll talk my way out of parallel parking. Like, if I had like in-laws in the car with me, dude, no way are we going somewhere that I have to parallel park. I would rather be naked in front of everyone I went to high school with than parallel park in front of people that are watching me. If I parallel park, I'm dramatic as shit, but I'm openly dramatic. So I'm like, everyone close your eyes or I'm not doing it. So, I do have this really great thing that I like to think of as a superpower, where I always get really good parking spots. And I made eye contact with Frank because he does not.
What is it? What?
No, I'm just saying, how far away did you park today? Because I could have skipped to the front of this building.
I actually beat you in this regard, and I'm actually like really close.
I think
you could probably look out the window right now and see my car.
Yeah, good. I'll throw shit at it. But that's 1 in 25 though, if you think of it, because I'm always a cartwheel away from the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like today, I actually won, and I was late again today.
Yeah, maybe it's the time that you come, but don't always be late. Because
Look, I told you the story and you agreed.
no, it definitely wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. Except, let me just tell you guys what Frank did. Frank he came home from Jersey, so he was tired. He was tight. And then he drove and he started driving home to where, Bayshore?
Yeah.
Instead of where we are. What town are we in?
Westbury.
Very cool. Very good to know that.
Yeah.
I don't, if I had to explain to someone how to get here, I don't think I would. Like, I go off dumb shit like trees, like a Native American. I'm like, you drive for 17 clicks, and then you make a right somewhere. Like, I don't know what the actual numbers are.
Yeah, it's 20.
Oh, don't mess with what I got going on in here. I don't even know.
Well, we already talked about this, right? I mean.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about, like, I don't know directions.
That's what I did with you, right? I was just like, this is the address.
Yes, and I appreciated that so much. If you would have tried to tell me how to get here, there would be no podcast.
Well, I mean, I'm not a 50-year-old man, so.
It's my favorite thing about you.
Yeah.
But, so, actually, more old people shit. If you leave me out in the sun for too long, I fall asleep. I get annoyed when people try to show me new music because I feel like my music is fine. I daydream about sleeping all the time. And sometimes when I leave my bed in the morning, I make my bed. That's another old person thing. And I look at it and I want to sing to it, but I don't because I'm not at that level of crazy yet. I don't know if it's an old person thing to talk to yourself, but oh, dude, I talk to myself so much. Like, I talk to myself like I'm my best friend. And I do crazy shit where I nod in agreement or I get into arguments with them. I'm like, I shouldn't buy that. Why would I buy that? And I'm like, well, because I'll wear that. And I'm like, all right, people are looking at me a lot. I look at people now and I think, will you be attractive when you're older? And that's definitely an old person thing to do because I never did that when I was younger. I was like, you're so good looking for now, and I feel like it'll be fine forever. Like, you'll keep these boyish good looks until we die. But now I look at people and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how will that nose look when it's 65? I don't nose. Frank, that's why we're here, to make gold like that. Sorry. But I also, as an old person, I don't like change, even if it's for the better. Like, I have not updated the software on my phone since I've had my phone. I have not done it once, even though there are certain apps I just can't have now because my phone is too old. Like me. But I just don't, and I don't even have a good reason. Like, I don't have a reason not to update my phone. My reason is literally just because. That's some old people shit right there. For your reason to not do shit is just the word because. And you can't argue with it because there's no rebuttal for the word because. That's it. That's just that's like when your parents told you shit when you were younger and they're like, go make your bed. And I'm like, but I'm gonna go in my bed in 4 hours. And they're like, do it. Why? Because. Fucking alright, I guess I'll make my bed. I don't know. Whatever. You're the one who provides the food. I'll make my bed if that's what you need from me. Old people. I also I watch HGTV. What amazing programming! I love HGTV. And when I was younger, and HGTV would be on in my house, I was like, why the fuck is this on the TV? Now, if HGTV is on, I'm like, why the fuck would they put granite countertops in a rustic style kitchen? It doesn't make sense. It's clashing, and you don't get how to decorate homes, clearly. Now if I go home and the TV is on and it's anything other than HGTV or Chopped, I throw a small fit. Like, I'm not gonna fucking start a fire, but I'll definitely be a little passive aggressive about shit. But I was watching HGTV the other day. Yeah, I'm about what I say I'm about. And this guy was tattooed. First of all, I didn't meet this guy, but I could tell he was the worst person ever. And he had a name. He was white, and he had a name that you couldn't pronounce. Like, his name was like, and you're like, how do you fucking even spell that? Like, you know how it does the captions by their names? His was just 8 question marks. Like, I didn't, and his wife, Malina, who was also very white. Like, you know her name was actually, like, Emily, but she wanted to spice it up. Unlike her cooking. Frank, we're roasting people. Frank's not paying attention while I'm roasting people about their cooking.
I am paying attention.
No, he doesn't.
I'm just looking at. I'm interested in a way. I'm sorry. I am paying attention to you.
You sound like it made you nervous. Like you're in trouble. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you are my boss.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, yeah.
Oh, don't be nervous. Yeah. So I love HGTV, but anyway, so these people, they're covered in tattoos. Dude, wait, I want to remember their kid's name because it was something annoying. Like, it was like a thing. Like, their kid's name was like Chair, you know? And they defended it. And they were like, Chair's gonna love this room. I was like, Chairs love any room that you put them in. And then I realized towards the end of the episode, oh my God, you're loving something, you raised something, you gave birth to something, and you named it Chair. Ew. So, whatever. And, okay, so this dude's covered in tattoos, and then he said something about how his lucky number is, like, 27. And his wife was the human embodiment, or personification, rather, of white bread. And I'm not saying that because she was white. I'm saying that because that was her personality. She had the personality of a manila envelope. She put tattoos and a funny romper on, and we were supposed to act like she had personality. She is my enemy. So he had tattoos, and he said, like, oh, it's my lucky number, 27. I see it everywhere. And then he goes on to say, I have like 6 tattoos with the number 27 on it. First of all, 1 is enough. Why you need so many? And I was like, dude, if you have tattoos that have the number 27 and you think you see the number 27 all the time, it's because it's permanently tattooed on your body. How are you not getting it? And his wife was like, he's so spiritual that, like, he thinks something and he sees it. Dude, that's like if you had a blue house and you're like, I always see blue houses, it's the weirdest. Your fucking house is the blue house. That's the one you're seeing. That's like if I had a piece of popcorn tattooed on my wrist and I was like, I just see popcorn every day. It's because I have the fucking popcorn tattooed on me. It's on me. That's how I see it. That's another old person thing, actually, is that I have to make an executive decision to or not to eat popcorn. Because popcorn, not to be gross, is a little bit like sex. Because at the time, you're like, this seems great. But then the cleanup after makes you feel like, was this worth it? You know, like, I'm a very hygienic person, and sometimes days after eating popcorn, I'm like, what is this in my mouth? What is this? And it's a little piece of the puppety corn. I'm like, this, you don't live here. You don't get to stay in my mouth. That makes me sad. And then I do the whole, like, am I hygienic thing? But I know I am, because I'm an elderly person. That's, you know what? Another old person thing is, I always look at people's hands and I think, where have these been? Like, if you go to shake hands with me, I'm like, where has that been? If you don't sanitize your hands after you pump gas, you don't get to make eye contact with me for a while, because that's gross. Like, there's no way around how gross that is. Like, to me, you just dropped a plate of food on the floor and you picked it up and ate it. I'm not talking a sandwich where, you know what, if you blow on a sandwich and then you eat it, I'll pretend I didn't see it. But, like, if you drop, like, spaghetti on the floor and you try to put that shit back in the bowl, I will not be contacting you after that. Even if I've known you for, like, 13 years, if you pick up floor spaghetti and you eat it, you're not coming to my wedding. You don't get to look at my kid's face. I have touched the microphone so many times with my mouth today that it's moist. I'm getting so...
And I don't understand how you keep doing it. It's really not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, it really isn't.
I just told you I'm such a hygienic person. I don't share drinks with loved ones. Like, if there's a straw, which I try not to use, but I use glass straws, very eco-friendly, and you cannot share a straw with me. Like, I will not have any of it.
Right.
It even, like, not especially my daughter, but only because she's a kid. Like, when she gets older, she's probably the only person that's allowed to do it. But she's a kid, so she backwashed. So if she drinks something, I don't care if the drink cost me $14. I'm like, you finish that, because mommy doesn't want it. That's gross to me. But no, like, my sisters hate that. My mom hates that, because they'll drink something. I'm like, that's your drink now. Don't share that with me.
No, I'm the same way. I definitely I'm more open to it
No.
than you probably are.
I'm like waterfall.
I was that way when I was younger, so I was like, no, I don't want it.
No, yeah, I'm like, I don't want it. No, like, I'll be talking to people and I'm cleaning off my straw after they just drank from it, and they're like, I'm not gross. I'm like, I don't care. It's a me thing. Like, you can drink from the same thing, but if it's like a can or an open container, you can drink from it. I don't care. But I don't know what it is with straws. Like, something must have happened
it's like their tongue.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. Yeah, because it's even like people I've dated. I'm like, so you're just gonna drink from that, will you?
Oh, really? Even people that you dated?
I'm telling you, like, our mouths do not. I don't want that. Like, I don't want it.
All right, that's a little weird.
No, I know, but it's just something about straws. I think it's because I've seen so many people backwash, especially someone when I was younger, that it made me feel like anything with straws have that. But, like, if we're dating, I mean, like, I'll lick your tongue, but don't touch my straw.
That's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, I know it is.
I mean, I guess if you think it's bad, like it's perfectly fine to, like, kiss someone, but I wouldn't ever want someone to, like, spit in my mouth.
No?
You know, so. Although, I guess some people like that. I mean, I don't know if you do.
Take a ride around the block before you judge it. What else? I don't. What else? I know I do old people. Is there any old people stuff that you do particularly?
When I go to the beach, I just like to just sit in a chair and read a book.
That's delightful. That's not elder. I would never look at you and think that you would, though.
Yeah.
I put you in very laid-back situations most of the time.
Well, all right. So, like, when you first know me, did you think of me as, like, such a laid-back guy?
Yeah, from, like, the moment I met you.
Oh, you were just like, oh, like,
I was like, he is a very, like, relaxing person to be around. Even the way, like, I met you, I was like, what's up, I'm Nettie, and you're like, you're a lot. But you weren't, like, but you're just like, Frank. And I was like, that's very nice. I was like, I almost felt like I come in most rooms like a puppy. Like, I'm definitely like
all over the place.
Yes, I've had many people tell me that I'm like a pit bull puppy, because I'm like, what's up? Like, what are we doing? Where are we going? And you're kind of like the person that's just like, hello, and I'm like, I am a relaxed puppy now, like, and I'm gonna talk like a normal person. But it's good. But no, I do feel like a lot of the times I'm laid back, but I'm also, I think it's just my opinionated way. That's what's so, like, big energy about me. Have you heard about the big dick energy thing? It's my new favorite thing.
I've seen some tweets about it, but I don't really know what it is.
I have used that phrase at least 87 times this week.
So what exactly is big dick energy?
Think about Rihanna as a person. She is big dick energy.
Oh.
You don't have to have a peen.
So, like, because everyone wants to have sex with her?
No. It's just like she walks in like she's big dick energy. Like, it's like, I got it like that. I'm not rude, but I got it like that. You know? You know how they'll say sometimes, like, guys with small junk overcompensate in a lot of ways? Like, they have to have, like, really loud cars and, like, have to be really flashy and this and that. Big dick energy is a lot more subtle. But it's like, he may have big dick. So it's like,
okay, so
do you get what I'm saying?
You walk in the area and you're just like, I know I'm the shit. And I don't, like, need to do anything.
Yes, exactly.
I got a big dick. Like,
yep.
All right.
Yes, but
I get it now.
From what I've read, any person...
I should go to
could have big dick energy?
What's the name? Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, I'm gonna
They
go
should
look.
have it by now. Yeah, they're very quick.
They are.
Yeah.
So I'll look it up.
Okay, while Frank is doing that, I will finish up with the old people stuff that I do. Which, oh, here's another one. As I said, I don't update my phone. I'm also not good at my phone. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, you definitely have more to offer than I know. Like, you're very confusing to me. And, I don't text. I mean, the only time I'll text is to make plans. But sometimes if my phone buzzes, I throw it across the room like it's on fire. Like, I don't get my phone. And, but also, if anything ever happened to my phone, I would drown myself because I love it. And, yeah. I'm like a crazy person with it. Like, if my phone isn't in my hand, it takes exactly 2 seconds for me to have a panic attack. So, this mic, oh my god. What's other old people shit I'm such an old person. I was talking to my friend about this, and I said, what's old people shit you do? She goes, I say the word supper now instead of dinner. Dude, when I tell you I used to roast my grandma for saying supper, I was like, you're so old. No one says that. Grow up. And she would also say shit like comb your hair instead of brush your hair. And I was like, hey, get ready to be roasted. Have you been marinating? Because you're about to be roasted. And so she beat me. And she wasn't wrong for it. But, here's another old person thing I do is I ask people how their flights were, and I actually care. So that's not some 16-year-old shit. That's some, like, I'm on my way to a mortgage type age, you know? What have you got, Frank? Did you find it on Urban Dictionary?
Yeah. So, and it actually, Urban Dictionary is so awesome. They explain it so perfectly. So, this is the definition. So, confidence without cockiness. It is never misplaced and it cannot be simulated. It is the sexual equivalent of writing a check for $10K knowing you got it in the How?
They actually do explain shit perfectly.
Definition is
That's good. I want to work there.
Oh my god, that is a fun. Like, I was like, I got it.
Yeah. Oh, you've
Writing a
taught me,
$10,000
dude.
check and
just knowing you got it.
Knowing, like,
yeah.
I got it. Like, oh, here's 10 G's.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Like, that's awesome. That's such a good explanation. Wow. Continue.
Did you ever see that picture? I think it was Diddy. Was it Diddy or Kanye? I think it was Diddy that had a $1 bill in his hand, and there was a picture of him. And he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Like Diddy wondering what the hell this is.
Yeah, like
yeah, it was.
Where you find this artifact? Like I don't know what this is. Like just give it to somebody. Like that shit was so funny. But yeah, so I don't remember why I brought up big dick energy. But now you know.
Because I think you were just saying that it was like one of your favorite things. Like you asked me if I knew what it was, and you were just saying that it's one of your favorite things that you said it like 80 times this week.
Oh yeah, you know what, Frank? While I have you here, I want you to say the thing that you don't know how to say that we were just talking about. What did I just say that all women can say and you can't say? Oh,
Oh yeah, right. Oh. I can't do it.
Oh, it sounds like a car screeching tires. Like, oh,
I can't do it.
I know, but I like
roll
that.
The tongue.
Huh?
Well, you're Spanish though, so you can roll your tongue. But
Thank
still,
you.
Every woman can do it.
Most women can. Yeah. No.
Because all of them like Cardi B. You like Cardi B, right?
Of course I do.
She's your president.
I love her. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would follow her into a war, but I see a lot of things she says, and I'm like, I like you. I really do. Yeah. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's big fan of her work. But I tweeted a long time ago, so I'm not going to act like it's a new thought, but I don't like women who say, oh, 9 times in 1 minute have zero personality. Like, I don't like people whose only personality is shit that they recently saw. You know what I mean? Like, I take from, like, if your whole personality is pop culture, we don't need to do this.
Right.
Like, I was hanging out with my sister's younger friend, and she was the embodiment of Tumblr. You know, like everything that I did or said, she was like mood, and I was like, dude, form real thoughts. You know, like I was like, what are you saying?
Yeah, that's only funny in like
in spurts. Yeah, no, it's like spurts. Little shit. But anything that I did, she was like, oh, that's a mood. Every 5 seconds. Like, did you like that? That was a little baby one. Yeah. And I was like, dude, just make a sentence and feel confident in that sentence. I can't, I don't need that. No, like, it was like, nothing was a real word that she had made up. Everything was like, I saw this on a reality show, or Cardi B did this once.
Yeah, that's...
I was emotionally exhausted.
No. Fuck that.
Let's see, is there any other old people shit that I do? I mean, here's some young people shit that I do, just to get myself back on track. I wear really bright colors. My friends actually got me this shirt, which is annoying because I love the color pink, but I love baby pink, like a subtle pink, and they got me this, which is like a cautionary shirt. And if I ever put up the video podcast, then you'll see it. So expect to see this video on December 12th. Another young thing I do.
on December 12th?
That's when I'll finally get around to it.
Okay.
I've been trying, but not trying. It's like the way that I still can't hula hoop because I just don't immerse myself.
I'm sorry, what?
I can't hula hoop.
I'm sorry, what?
Hula hoop. Do you know what a hula hoop is? Don't look me in the face and tell me.
I just didn't think that it was possible for those two words to be in the same sentence.
Hula hoop?
No, that you can't do it.
Oh, no. I haven't tried since I was like 14 because if I'm not naturally good at something, I don't do it. Which is why I don't do many things because I'm not naturally gifted at anything. But I tried to and I can't get it, so I've just given up. Which is weird because if you've ever seen me dance, I'm all hips. Like every Spanish woman dances with her hips and all white women dance with their arms, which I have noticed. And I'm very like, I'm cautionary when I go out dancing and there's less Latinas because I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna strike me. So I'm very hip oriented. But for some reason, hula hooping is not, I can't put it on my resume. I'm not good at it. I'll try again when I go home. You know what I am good at, Frank?
What is that, Nettie?
Pogo sticks.
Really?
Crazy good at them. And I'm not
That's
joking.
more impressive than hula hooping.
Do you mean that?
No,
I'm so good at it.
I mean,
like,
I can do it like a couple times, like 3 times. But that's not
I
like
would
pogo
lace
sticking,
you. I'd look like a bunny rabbit just hopping around you. I'm so good at that shit. I'm gonna go home and just fucking practice and just make a video out of it and then do nothing with that video.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah. So I this hasn't been a very long one, but it doesn't matter. I gotta go. I gotta wrap this shit up, and it's no one's fault in this studio. It's just a fact. Oh. It's Frank's fault. So, happy Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday. I might have someone with me, probably not. Who knows? By the way, I'm 23. So have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.